Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to be starting a new series. Now, I'm not sure if this series will continue because I have school and it's really all dependent on the weather, but I'm going to be starting a new series where if there is a slight risk or higher, when I get a chance, I will read what the SPC is thinking about. Like, I will read the convective outlook. And so, the convective outlook that I will be reading today is for the outlook tomorrow. So, I'm reading the day 2 convective outlook. So, without further ado, and without, procrastination or anything, here it goes. But first, let's actually show you the risk. If you could see, there is the enhanced risk. There is a 5% tornado risk. There is a 30% hatched risk of wind, and also a 30% hatched risk of hail if this thing would just okay. So it's all good. Now I'm actually going to read you the description of like what it's saying. So day 2 convective outlook, National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, Norman, Oklahoma, 12:28 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Wednesday, August 6th, 2025. Valid from 12Z today, 12Z tomorrow to 18 to 12Z on Friday. So, there's an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms in North Dakota. Summary: scattered severe thunderstorms are expected from mid-afternoon into the night on Thursday. The most likely corridor is centered on North Dakota, where a few tornadoes, very large hail, and significant severe gusts are possible. Northern Great Plains. Potential for intense supercells growing upscale into a severe mesoscale convective system, or MCS, appears increasingly likely across North Dakota, with a swath of scattered supercells possible across eastern Montana. A shortwave trough will amplify across the northwest and northern Rockies, with a seasonably vigorous impulse rotating through the base. Downstream mid to upper ridging will shift east from the Dakotas to Minnesota, coincident with expansion of a stout elevated mixed layer, or EML, characterized by very steep lapse rates. This will overspread, increasing boundary layer moisture from evapotranspiration across the Corn Belt and yield large to extreme buoyancy from southern North Dakota to the mid-Missouri Valley by late afternoon Thursday. A strengthening baroclinic zone along the northwest periphery of the ML Cape plume should aid in increasing thunderstorm development toward mid-afternoon across western North Dakota. Supercells capable of very large hail and a few tornadoes are possible. The initial zone and moderate mid to upper flow regime will favor upscale growth. Numerous 12Z convective allowing models support this scenario with indications of a severe mesoscale convective system spreading eastward, this is my east, mainly across North Dakota during the evening before gradually waning overnight in Minnesota. Uncertainty does exist on how far south the mesoscale convective system may build into South Dakota and how far east the damaging wind threat will be maintained in Minnesota amid nocturnally increasing ML-SIN, mixed layer convective inhibition. Scattered thunderstorms will also develop across the higher terrain of southwest and south central Montana by late afternoon to early evening. Initial storms should generally pose a marginal severe threat until they impinge on the western periphery of the eastern Montana buoyancy plume in the evening. Deep layer shear profiles should support mainly discrete supercells with some clustering possible late. A mix of both scattered large hail and severe gusts are possible, and the eastern extent of the threat overnight into western North Dakota and far northwest South Dakota should be modulated by the earlier round of supercells and that mesoscale convective system. So hold up, I'm just gonna move my setup a little bit. Okay, here we go. Alright. Illinois to western upper Michigan. Nebulous, low probability of severe wind and hail potential is evident along the northeast lobe of the expansive buoyancy plume over the central states on Thursday into Thursday night. Most guidance indicates potential for a minor mesoscale convective system or two from remnants of late convection from today, which is Wednesday, August 6th. So minor mesoscale convective system or two from remnants of late convection from today. And it is ahead of a mid-level ridge over the Dakotas to Minnesota. These may focus mesoscale corridors of diurnal storm development from Illinois to western upper Michigan, but latitudinal uncertainty is large. In addition, modest low-level warm theta E advection northeast of the lower Missouri Valley to Iowa jet could support a corridor or two of regenerative convection Thursday night. Amid moderate mid-level northwesterlies, sporadic strong storms are anticipated with a few severe thunderstorms possible. And that's the entire outlook. I showed you what the outlook looks like, and I read you the description of the outlook. So that is going to be it for this series. Stay tuned for part 2. See you guys next time.